launch control active. And that was a 3.4 0 to 60. What? Hello, and welcome back to yet another video. Today we've got a beautiful M5 G90. The big G, the big dog, is in the house. I'm so excited to review this car for you, drive it and tell you all about it, because this car has been getting so much controversy in the past couple of years, really, since it's been announced. I was fortunate enough to go to Munich a few months ago, almost a year ago almost, to see it in person in a hidden environment. And now is the first time I actually get to drive it and be around it and experience the car outside in the real world. So first of all, have a look around. This is by far, in my opinion, the best angle of this car. It looks so muscular, so mean. You've got the quad tips exhaust. You've got the M5 badge here with the white, is it white chrome? I think it's chrome surrounding. The color is carbon black. It's basically purple blue, very, very dark purple blue situation. I do love the color. It's honestly grown on me. At first, when I got the car delivered to my house, I was thinking, well, it's not super special. But now that I've had a few days and I've been driving it around and seeing it in all kinds of lights, I can totally say this is a great looking color. Of course, up front we've got the iconic grille, which lights up, and the new style headlights, DRLs from BMW. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of this light up grille situation, but you can turn it off, and I'll show you in a second how it looks when it's turned off. You got the sensors in the front, the camera, and the main issue with this car is that you collect a bunch of stuff in the vents if you're just driving, really, because there's no mesh in there. So that's a bit of a nuisance, but that can be fixed, addressed, or whatever if you care to do so. And if not, you just drive the car, because nothing's going to break on it, I promise. Unless you hit some big stone or whatever and it goes right into your radiator. But hey, that's to be seen at a later date. So in the front, we've got 20-inch wheel. In the rear, we've got 21. It's a staggered setup. Right now, it's running Hankook winter tires. So I'm not going to discuss about the grip levels because they are good, but they're winter tires, so manage your expectations. In the rear, if I open the boot, obviously you can open it through the latch. You can fit many bodies in here. There is so much space. I mean, generally, this is a airplane style Pelican case, and you can probably fit like 5 of these, if not more. If you double stack them, you'll fit like 10. There's a lot of space in the back here, so you'll never run out of space. In the rear seats, gorgeous interior. You've got sunshades. They're manual. And you got one for the little window here as well, which is pretty cool. You got white, like grey, whitish leather with black, with of course the Bauer & Wilkins sound system. The new M5 bucket style comfortable seats. I'll talk about those in a second. Of course, comfortable rear and panel sunroof, which comes in handy. You can get this car standard with a carbon fiber roof, which I would personally get, but hey, this is spec the way it is. Of course, you got the armrest here with cup holders, and you got climate control stuff here, which is not obviously on because the car is not turned on. Oh, it's so cold outside, guys. The things I'm doing for you. Here, of course, don't mind my cup in there. You got beautiful door situation here with ambient lighting. You got these haptic feedback settings for the seat and to lock the car. Personally, I absolutely despise haptic feedback in the cars, but here we are. I'm not going to complain about it. It looks cool. I just don't like it. The M5 logo on steel, and these are the new seats that I've been mentioning. These are insanely comfortable, honestly. Not only do they hug you really, really well, because look at these bolsters, but they're so comfortable. And I hope you can't hear the banging in the background. I really hope that. Let me get in the car. Somebody's smacking wood. But yeah, also, here's the key. But yeah, this is the new interior of the M5. You've got the ambient lighting situation bar going across here. You can change it with various modes. You can have it in basically any color you want. This is the new BMW steering wheel. I do love the flat bottom, and the shape of the wheel is really nice. Honestly, I do love the steering wheel. These buttons are easy to press. Paddle shift is easy to access, I guess. The buttons here, they're not touchscreen or haptic. They're actual buttons, so you can, that's perfect. I've messed up every single setting in there. That's fine. And yeah, I mean, that's it. You got obviously the latest iDrive system, which is super responsive, super nice. You got all the million apps and Apple CarPlay and all kind of jazz. The new console here, you no longer have a lever to move to change from drive to neutral to reverse. You got this situation here. You do what you want with this information. The mode select button allows you to go from road to sport to track. You got M hybrid button, which allows you to control the basically drivetrain of the car, because this car comes with a V8, 4.4 liter V8 twin turbo, and an electric engine which is built inside the gearbox, inside the ZFA gearbox. It's coupled between them in a weird way. I'm not sure exactly how it works. But you can drive this car in full electric for like 30-ish miles. Right now I've got half a battery and it's saying 18 miles. And I've never charged this car. Sorry. I've never charged this car, so it charges through braking and through the engine. It's fine. Like, I usually hate having to charge cars when they're hybrid. If it's electric, then yeah, sure, why not? But if it's hybrid, I hate to have to go and charge it. This one, you don't need to do that. In the hybrid menu here, you can choose Dynamic Plus for basically the maximum performance drive. Dynamic is like sport, basically, like just slightly more interesting. Hybrid is basically letting the car figure out if it wants to go on the battery or the EV motor or the engine. Electric, obviously, says on the tin. And e-control, I'm not sure exactly what it does. It's saying it's conditioning the car, the driving system, for maximum performance. This includes the temperature of the combustion engine, high voltage battery, and its charge status. Whatever that means, I'm not sure. Right now it's at like, I don't know, 80%, 70%, I'm not sure. I have no idea what that does. But yeah, this is the car. And actually, let me take you outside and show you the engine bay, and then we can take this bad boy for a drive. To access the engine bay, they changed the latch here, so you gotta reach in and pull twice. It's similar-ish to how it was previously, but before that, it used to be on the side. So this is the power plant. You got the BMW M5 engine here, the 4.4 liter bi-turbo V8. Combined with the electric, it's pushing about 720 horsepower-ish and over 1,000 Newton meters. If I'm not mistaken, these cars have already been dynoed, I think in the America or whatever, and they've been pushing over 850 horsepower, I believe, and over 1,200 Newton meters. I think on a crank. So yeah, this is crazy. It's a crazy, crazy car, honestly. The 0 to 60 is like 3.6 seconds, I believe. But I've got a draggy installed in the car, so we'll test that out later on. But yeah, this is the M5 from the outside. Once again, I'll give you another look, and then we can go ahead and take this bad boy for a drive. Actually, let me do this for you guys so you can see. Oh, there you go. I was gonna say it's not gonna turn on the lights, but it did. The wheels, very nice wheels, like concave. It's a press car, so it's already banged up. I promise you that wasn't me. I swear on my mama. You got the red brake calipers, and once again in the front. Honestly, this right here, I think here for you to see, this is the best angle of the car. I do love it. It sucks we go overcast because you can't really see the grooves in the bonnet. The bonnet has a very nice shape to it. I do love it. I'll overlay some photos for you to see how it actually looks, because right now it's super flat because of the overcast. But anyway, let's take this bad boy for a drive. All right, let's try to do the 0 to 60 once again. Traction off, everything off. Let's see what happens. I'm actually gonna do a proper launch control, not just floor it. Launch control active. And that was 3.4 0 to 60. What did I tell you guys? What did I tell you? 3.4 seconds 0 to 60. That is unbelievable. Yes, so can you feel the weight of this car? No. Genuinely, it's really difficult to feel the weight of this car. It's just so good. The throttle response is almost instantaneous because of that EV engine, EV motor, I guess. Coupled to the V8 is just such a lovely thing. And somehow you cannot feel the weight whatsoever. Like, sure, after a few runs up and down the B roads, the brakes will probably start to fade a bit, and I'm sure that in 6 months' time the tires will let you know how heavy the car is, because we need to replace them. However, just driving the car on a B road, not on a track, I'm not talking about taking it on the Nürburgring and setting the maddest lap time, which I'm sure BMW will do, and they'll get some crazy lap time. It might be even faster than the previous competition or something. Who knows? We'll have to see. But just as a driving perspective from a car guy taking on a B road, believe me, this thing feels very similar to a G80 M3. Dare I say, it feels like a G80 M3 with more power. That's how I would describe this car. You really cannot feel the weight. And the ZFA, they've mapped it really nicely and beefed it up probably, because it feels so good. Even in sharp and like tight turns like that, the car feels so planted. It's just sweeping corner here. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. The car feels great. And obviously the sound, sorry to disappoint, but it's not coming from the exhaust, it's coming from the speakers. I'm sure there's like a microphone or whatever that's pumping the noise in. It's not just fake completely. But the car from the outside sounds like a diesel almost. It does have a nice tone to it. Like if you rev it at standstill, it does sound nice. Hopefully I'll be able to get some exhaust noise for you guys in a second. But from the inside, honestly, you can't really tell it's being pumped in, besides the overrun. The overrun is super bassy, and you can definitely tell that it's not legit. What a car. What a lovely car this is. And the power is just monumental. You've got so much power in this thing, it's not even funny. When you drive it in comfort mode, you do feel the weight somehow. When the brakes are not primed, they're in comfort braking right now, and the suspension is also in a softer setting, yeah, once you turn the car in a roundabout or whatever, you will feel the body just sway and you feel the weight on the brakes. But somehow when you put it in Sport Plus and everything turns to 11, it goes from a boat to a sports car, which to me is insane. Like, this thing goes from something like a 7 Series to an M3. in a press of a button. I don't know what to say. It's just how it is. It's honestly quite shocking the way this thing handles when you want it to handle properly. Yeah, like recently I've driven a G90 M3 all-wheel drive version, the X-Drive. Dare I say, these two cars feel very, very similar. This thing is just a lot more powerful. And a lot, I mean. It's such a fast machine. And when you take it on a proper road like this, it's just so much fun. So let's do one more run. And that's gonna conclude the end of the video. The engine is just so good. This engine is fantastic, honestly. And BMW have dialed in almost perfectly the balance between the EV motor and the petrol, because you cannot tell when one pushes and the other, like when they switch between each other. Honestly, it's just so good. They work in unison to give you insane performance, and this thing is just phenomenal. It's a phenomenal machine. I wish in the UK we had better country roads like we do in the Alps or wherever, where we go like wide, windy roads, windy roads. But it is what it is. We got what we've got, and I'll do my best to showcase this car to you in the safest manner possible. What a machine. There is zero body sway when I maneuver like this, and I'm talking none. This thing is just glued, absolutely glued to the floor. Jesus, what a car. And as I said, the tone of this engine is phenomenal. Once you put an exhaust on this thing, it's just can sound so bloody good. Right now, everything comes through the speakers, and obviously you get the induction noise from the engine up ahead. I'm not even sure if that's real, to be honest with you. These things sound so good. And the V8 just pulls and pulls and pulls. Driving it in an MDM with 4-wheel drive sport, this is the best way to drive this car, because it won't let you slip too much, and it's all-wheel drive, you're not going to go anywhere. But it also won't cut the power, because if you drive it just normally without traction off or whatever, it does hold back quite a bit. But anyway guys, it has been a pleasure to review this car for you, showcase you around the car, tell you all about it. And if you did enjoy the video, please do leave a like and consider subscribing, because there's a lot more videos coming up. And yeah, let me know in the comments, what did you like about the car? What did you not like? What did you want to see or are hoping to see in the future, or whatever? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and I do look forward to chatting to you there. So until then, peace out, and I'll catch you in the next one.